Hi, this is Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. If you're watching or listening to this, we are just entering the fourth quarter of 2019, and I thought I would take some time today and talk about a great fourth quarter game plan or protocol, because the fourth quarter is a little bit different than the other quarters of the year. We're wrapping up, obviously, 2019. And then we've got to kind of start putting an eye towards 2020 or the next year. So let's go over some things that I think are really important, some things that I coach my clients on when we get into October, if you will. So first thing is you really need to determine where am I in terms of my goals, my business plan, my vision for 2019. And as we've talked about in previous episodes, right, there's like one of three conditions. You're either crushing it, and sometimes there's a tendency to take your foot off the gas and sandbag it and kind of coast in, right? Don't do that. And the reason why I say that is that it creates a real bad habit come January, February when you're trying to create momentum. So mash your foot down on the pedal, brother, and keep on going, right? We got to make sure we continue to do that. The second condition may be that it kind of is like touch and go, right? Some things are going well, some things I don't know. What I would tell you in my experiences is keep your foot down on the pedal, keep executing. You don't know, and this is the one thing I think we always need to remember in our space, the absolute randomness of our business. You can get a referral today, and in terms of just revenue, it could be a $1,000 revenue situation. It could be a $10,000 revenue situation, $25,000 revenue situation, $50,000 revenue situation. One situation can give you a 10 to 100x differential in your gross revenue. So that's why we keep working the plan. We keep doing what's necessary because you just don't know what's around the corner. Your whole world can change in an instant by what's on the other end of that phone call, what's on the other end of that email. We just don't know. The third place you're coming from, the third condition, is that it has not been a great year. And what you need to do is ask yourself two questions. Why? It's question number two. What am I going to do about it? Because if your concept is that, well, it's going to be crappy, I'm just going to, I'll just kind of go through the motions and I'll figure it all out for 2020. I'll apply myself next year. Chances are, in your entire career, that's been your approach. And maybe it's time to take a look and tell yourself the truth and say, you know what, that approach really has not worked. Just not. So you can lie to yourself. And that's what a lot of advisors do. We have egos and we like to BS ourselves and tell ourselves we're better than we actually are. Or you could speak the truth and say, you know what, I suck at certain things. I don't have my act together. I'm not sure what to do. My habits suck. My morning ritual is non-existent, right? And look at the fourth quarter as whatever terminology you like, preseason, spring training, pre-year, but your 2020 year starts in October. And the reason why we say that is we want you to create the habits, right? If you will, the processes, the mindset, the activities, the actions to start building that framework now so that you're into momentum in January, not trying to figure it out in January. Most advisors wait till the next year and they kind of, okay, what am I going to do this year? The game has already started, people. You cannot go into January trying to figure out what the heck you're going to do that year. It's too late. So 3 conditions, 3 strategies. What else do you need to do in the fourth quarter? Whatever you're planning to do for your clients for the holidays, make sure that's locked down. Next, whatever you're planning to do for your team, thanking them for their energy, their efforts. A lot of my clients will do a little holiday dinner for their team or holiday lunch. You want to lock that down. I'd have you look at your goals and say, okay, what is still feasible, possible? And go ahead and push that. I'd have you also be very diligent on client contacts and reaching out to prospects, like really up the pace of that. I think that's so critical to just kind of create momentum. This is a mindset momentum business. And I don't care if you're running a $200,000 lifestyle game, solopreneur, working out of your house, versus, I've got clients that run $5 to $10 million enterprise level games with multiple team members, junior advisors, pods, all this other jazz. The rules still apply. You got to bring your A game no matter what. What else we need to do in the fourth quarter? One of the critical things is you've got to figure out, how am I going to handle my 2020 tactical business plan, and how am I going to either create or update my 5-year strategic plan? This is where advisors fail miserably. And I'm going to spend probably over the next couple of months, a couple episodes, just talking about planning. It's something that I know here we are in early October, and you're trying to wrap your head around getting 2019 done. But you've got to say to yourself, okay, how am I going to handle that? Because, if what you've done in the past has not served you, maybe it's time for something different. Maybe it's time. See, what most advisors do is they come up with these ideas, these concepts, and they're not really well thought out. And maybe you've done this. I know I've done it in my career, where you get this concept, but you don't really sit down, you don't really write it out, you don't really flush it out, you don't really stress test it, and, it kind of falls apart. And I think you know what I'm talking about there. And so when we don't have a vision, we default to survival, scarcity, comfort zone, elements like that. If you really, and think about it, what do we tell our clients? Oh, we need a financial plan. We need an investment plan. What's the word? Plan, right? And then here we are, business owners, two things. We don't even know where our business plan is. And maybe even worse, we don't even have our own financial plan. But yet we're going to sit there and BS our marketplace and say, well, you need all these things, but it doesn't apply to me. Everything I tell my clients to do, I do. Morning ritual, I do. Business plan, it is, where is it? It is right here. See this? This is my baby right here, my own plan. I have it, my own coaches. I spend money, I invest money in myself. Everything I talk about doing, I do. The question I have for you is, do you actually walk your talk? When you're recommending things to the client, would you buy it yourself? Would you put your own mother in it? That's the game. And like I said, I don't know where you are as we enter fourth quarter here, one of those three conditions. But look, if you're going to want to elevate your game, you got to be real, raw, and truthful with yourself. Like, what the heck am I doing? What is my vision? Why do I deserve success? Why do I deserve that prospect to become a client? See, if you're BSing yourself, this is why your success is not up. This is why you're not where you need to be. And then what does our industry do? Go get smarter. Hey, go get a designation. That'll solve all your problems. Hey, come to this marketing training. That'll solve your problems. No, it won't. It'll make things maybe a little bit better in the short term. But look, I've been around this game for 25 and a half years, almost 26 soon. I am telling you, this is a mindset game, 80%. It's mechanics game, 20%. So what do I mean by mechanics? Systems, processes, trainings, protocols, designation. That is 20% of our game. 80% is the man or woman in the mirror, which is you. So the next time you're in the mirror and you're looking at yourself, ask the question, do I deserve greatness? Do I deserve to have it all? Do you give yourself permission to have it all and not lie? Because that is what has to happen. A couple of things for the fourth quarter. I'm a big fan of doing an advocate dinner. So these are clients who have referred you in 2019. We always like to at least once a year, if not twice a year, invite those clients and their referral who became a client to a great dinner. So this is when you're going to bust the budget a little bit. Think about this. All of us want a referral-based business. Now, there may be some crazy people out there who like to do a lot of marketing and seminars and cold calling and all that, and that's fine. But in utopian, we'd want what? Our clients to come from referrals from happy clients and referrals from centers of influence. Wouldn't that be a utopian existence? Yet, what is your process, protocol, philosophy, mindset around driving that result? All right, so give a lip service. So an advocate dinner, you do it nice, pick a good place, invite your clients. You call it an advocate dinner. Hey, what's the invitation for? Well, you were nice enough to refer me to Bill, so I want to say thank you, and come on out for dinner. No presentation, none of that. We're just going to sit, have a great meal, and I want to just offer gratitude to you. Right? Powerful. Because once they come to one of those, guess what? They want to come to the next one, and when they know what they need to do. All right. So gratitude dinner has to be there. Figuring out your business plan. Like I go back to that. All right. So options. You can write it down on a piece of paper. You can probably find your firm probably has some crappy template that probably has not worked. Or what you can do, and I'm offering this to you as an invitation, is right now, every year I host a 3-day business planning conference. This year will be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It'll be the latter part of November. It is the industry's only multi-day, solely focused business and strategic planning conference. All you need to do is go to FA BizPlan, so FABIZPLAN.com, FABizplan.com. And I think we'll have a link, here in the video somewhere or around there somewhere. And what I want you to do is just, take a look. And if you want to participate and grab a seat, please do so. That'd be great. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Like I said, I'm the only coach, that I'm aware of that does a multi-day process with a 12 module strategic plan. All right, so let's recap. Number one, figure out your fourth quarter game plan. Number two, no matter where you are, right, killing it, doing okay, sucking, figure out your fourth quarter game plan. Advocate dinner, right? We want to do that. Figure out how you want to handle business planning. I'm sending an invitation. Every person that has ever come, every advisor that has ever come to my event, and this will be year 18, by the way, we're doing this. Worthwhile presence. In fact, I've got people that come every year. Like literally, there'll be people in the room that have been there to all 18 of these. And they're all rock stars. So maybe it's time for change. I don't know, maybe it's time for something a little bit different. All right, so thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Coach Joe Lucas, and thank you for this Magellan Network episode. So there you have it. If you really enjoyed watching this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the Magellan Network Show with Coach Joe here on YouTube. And remember, I'm always here to help you become a better entrepreneur, business owner, and financial advisor. With that, I'll see you next time on the Magellan Network Show with me, Coach Joe. Take care and goodbye.